It's a rainy day here on the docks at the Freeport Boatmen's Association, but New York State Senator Chuck Schumer has just made a sunny announcement for local anglers.
Today I'm pleased to announce, at the request of our Long Island fishing community, that I have secured a commitment to hold a Congressional Oversight hearing on the Magnuson-Stevens Act, which will finally, at long last, allow a frank and full discussion of the costs and benefits of these regulations, not only to our fishing stocks, but to our fishermen and the fishing industry who depend on the sea for their livelihood.
Those are the regulations that have created excessively strict quotas despite many healthy, recovering, and growing fish stocks.
What the fishermen have been telling me for many years is that the law is inflexible, based on questionable science, and doesn't take into account the economic implications of severe quota limits of existing fish stock. The bottom line is, when the law is successful, instead of it being modified that it is successful, it makes things worse.
Further, the Senator has pledged to make sure that the Long Island fishing industry has a seat at the table for the hearings.
Everyone knows that not long ago our fluke fishery, and that's our most important one economically, here on Long Island, was considered to be severely overfished. We agreed with that. But because of the arbitrary deadline, regulators and fishermen alike were worried that the plan that was going to be put in place to assure the future would be so extreme that the fishery would have to be shut down entirely, maybe even for multiple years. So the choice that this law seemed to give was death by hanging or death by firing squad.
Up until now, recreational anglers haven't had much of a say when it comes to fisheries management at the national level.
Having secured the commitment to have the hearing, I am now fighting to make sure that we have a Long Island fishing representative right at that hearing table to testify and let all of Washington and all of the world know what they're doing to our Long Island fishing industry.
All we want is the opportunity to sit before the Senate committee and say, this is the situation in New York, this is the situation with our fisheries, and how we can balance commerce and conservation at the same time.
This should finally provide us an opportunity to voice our concerns and offer our insights. Mark this day down as the start of balancing our fisheries with the anglers who love and depend on them. For thefisherman.com, I'm Outdoor Tom.